welcome to another episode of Gidi Living. My name is Dimma and I'm here with my girl
Joy. My name is Joy. They call me Joy. Hi, what's up?
And we're here to give you another episode, banging episode, an episode that you never expected.
Are you sure?
Are they ready?
Tell them, man.
I don't think they're ready for us yet. Okay, so this episode they're about to bring you, get ready for it. Drum roll.
I don't have drum.
I don't understand. You cannot do drum with your leg.
Sorry. Yeah.
Drum roll. Island versus mainland.
Sorry.
They never saw it coming. Okay, guys. Well, so I have a couple of friends in the mainland who I haven't seen in a while. Not because
Name them.
Eh?
List them.
Yours faithfully,
Thank you.
yours truly,
Yes.
and a couple of other people, However, what we actually want to talk about today, the first thing we want to talk about is what is the hype about the island? Like, there's nothing wrong with the mainland, but I really want to know what is really the hype about the island. I still try to understand. I know that there are venues, there are places, new restaurants always coming out, and stuff, but what's really the hype? Is it that there's nothing in the mainland?
I should be asking you. You are the Highlander. This conversation.
Behave now, behave.
Okay, sorry,
I know that on the mainland there are cinemas, there are places to go to, there are restaurants. I have some friends that haven't been to Ireland in a while and it doesn't affect them. Not because there's anything.
I will ask her a question.
But I really want to know what's really the hype about the island.
Dimma.
Yeah.
When was the last time you came to the mainland?
Hey, is this how you interview me?
It's not an interview, it's a question. When was the last time you came to the mainland?
When I went to do doctor's checkup.
Okay, good. Why are you laughing? Why don't you come to the mainland?
Because all my friends, most of my friends are on the island, and even the friends that I have on the mainland, when we are supposed to meet up, they're on the island.
Exactly. So you see, I'm always the one coming to meet this coconut head here on the island. You see? Can you just see how unfair this is? No, please. Guys, why are you laughing?
Sorry,
I am a mainlander. Hello, proud and happy.
We should give you an award.
You understand? Are y'all living in Magodo? Yeah? Hey. No, why are you laughing?
Sorry, don't be angry.
But on a more serious note, guys, like, you see, this island versus mainland is actually a thing. I actually never thought it was a thing until I had lived in both environments. So I have lived on the mainland and I have lived on the island, and really it's actually a thing.
But I used to live on the mainland.
How many years ago?
I lived in Festac for a couple of years.
How many years ago?
It's been a while.
Thank you.
But I still live there.
We're talking about millennials. Yeah?
I don't understand.
2000s.
I'm not a millennial.
The last time you remember anything that has to do with the mainland, you were a chick. You were like a baby. Yeah, like that. So, but guys, on a more serious note, like, there is actually this disparity between people who live on the mainland and between people who live on the island. There is would I say an ideology of how mainlanders are and an ideology of how islanders are. Have you had any experience with anybody, or maybe in a conversation or anything, that has actually exhibited that disparity? Do you think you've experienced that?
Funny enough, no. I actually work with people. Most of the people that I work with live on the mainland, and they come from the mainland to the island. Do you understand?
Okay.
I think maybe the only thing that I would say maybe there's like a disparity is the actual, maybe thinking about the traffic they have to enter to go home. Do you understand?
So why is it that there's a large population of people who actually live on the mainland? Live on the mainland, yes, and work on the island. So is it that living on the island is expensive? But then again, if you now factor, because like I said, I've lived in both areas, and I think that there's so many things that we're not putting in, we're not factoring in, like the stress. You don't factor the stress, the time that you're going to spend on the road. There is this belief that once you're living on the island, it's an expensive lifestyle. Everything is expensive. Going to restaurants
Island
is
price,
yes, mainland price,
yeah,
island
things like
price.
that.
So isn't there like a bridge between? Isn't there? And when I say bridge, I'm not saying third mainland bridge. But even if could there be like a meeting ground or something? For example, if I have to calculate how much I'm going to spend on, and I mean this happened to me because I was living on the mainland and I was working on the island, and then I would have to wake up like 4:30 in the morning to leave my house at 5 a.m. just so that I could beat the traffic and get to work before 6. Then I'll sleep, I'll wake up around like 7:30, then get ready for work. That was stress on its own. And then I moved to the island somewhere, and I got an apartment there. And then, the Holy Spirit showed me a different side of town, and then the expenses that came with it. But then thinking about it, it was a lot more easier for me to just go to work, not just go to work, also see my friends, because actually most of my friends are on the island, unfortunately. But then, I mean, why the disparity? Why is there a hike on everything that is on the island, and then the mainland is kind of like not?
It's like deserted, kind of.
Why?
I don't see. I wish.
So
I
is it? Do you think it has
but I
to do
can't.
with most of the investments? Do you think it has to do with like jobs? Do you think it has to do with I just got back
Because
is it old money versus new money? Because think about it, like there are actually some really like expensive places to live in on the mainland. If you're living in Ikeja GRA,
yeah,
you're a boss. Yeah, you're a
a
boss.
baller.
You're a baller.
Balling
Right.
twins.
Even people living in Maryland, most places in Maryland
Maryland
are actually
so
quite
expensive.
expensive. But then I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like, okay, so even people that live on the mainland, they can attest to this. If you want to go to like a fancy restaurant, I'm not saying there's nothing fancy on the island though. I know Tokam or no being. It's not me. I'm just saying. For instance, I have family who live on the mainland, and anytime they want to hang out, they always come to the island.
Why? Because they're better.
Because
places?
they feel like, oh, I want to go here, I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't really have anywhere to go on the mainland. Now then talk, I don't really talk.
So there are more activities.
So I feel like most people believe that even during holiday time, sometimes you will see the island packed.
So another thing is
And people are
there
coming
more-
from the mainland.
So okay,
I
think
am
about
wondering,
it.
like,
you have all the beaches around
going
this
on?
area.
Okay, yeah.
You have all the beaches around this area. You have all the resorts around this area. Then
Sure.
more activities are also trooping in here. But then, I mean, for how long are we going to keep neglecting, the mainland? Because think about it, traffic on the island is now becoming something else. Because everybody is on this side of town.
Traffic on the
I mean,
island
don't
is-
get me wrong, go please.
It's here like this.
Wherever,
Traffic on the island is here like
wherever
this.
the
By the time you enter traffic from Freedom Way going towards Aja, Omo.
I don't envy you guys, I swear. Right now, I don't envy anyone in that
I
traffic.
give it to you.
But what can be done on the mainland? Like, what? I mean, aren't there like fun things to do on the island? Like, I mean, I'm just
On the mainland, I remember.
On the mainland, I
remember
mean.
there used to be this amusement park in Apapa.
yes.
I remember
That is
when I was
true.
younger, I used to go there like every weekend.
The last time I went
And
there was I think
don't
it
know
was
if it's still
2017.
functioning. Is it still
It's still functioning. I went there 2017 because I used to work in a papa at the time, and I went there 2017, and it was still very in pristine shape. But my question is, I didn't see much of an activity going on.
But are the facilities still
Yes, yes,
It's still in shape,
It's
everything.
still in pristine shape.
So
Very,
why-
very, beautiful. But
Maybe
I
it's
think
distance.
that distance for who?
distance from people on the island going to
No,
Okay,
so why are we focusing on just people on the island? People on the mainland who are coming to the island to have fun. Why can't they just go to? Why can't I say they? Why can't we just go to places like that to, have fun?
Because when you go to places like that, you don't see people.
What do you mean by not people? People that they don't know human beings.
How many people? Okay, when you went there, how many people did you see there?
That was different. I went for like a sightseeing, like an inspection thing. That was different. It was a weekday.
How many people a day?
A handful.
As in like 5 or 10,
maybe like 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then again, do you know that not a lot of people know about this amusement park?
I don't understand. That amusement park has been there long.
Yeah, but not everybody knows that it's there.
I know it's not everybody.
So do you think it's an awareness thing?
How about people that live around that area? Are you saying they are not aware that there's an amusement park there?
Yeah, because there's this thing about being on the island. That's why I'm asking, what is it?
I don't know what it is.
Is it?
You people should please put in the comment section. Let us know what your thoughts are.
Let us know what your thoughts
because
are.
Honestly, I actually don't know. Even me as a person, I cannot tell you why I know it's a good thing.
Are you sure? Let me give you this one. So there was this guy, right, who was talking to me at some time, and he said he wanted to come and pay me a visit. And I said, no problem. Come over to my place. And he said, okay, where do you stay? And I gave him the address, Magodo. He's like, is that on the mainland? Mm-hmm. And I said, yes. He's like, I'm sorry, but I have a phobia for the mainland. Of course, that was it. That was the end. That was it. The last time we spoke. That was it.
How can someone say something like that?
No, but why wouldn't someone say something like that?
I have a phobia for the mainland. What is about the mainland?
Because there is this belief that the mainland is not safe.
In fact, let me tell you something. If you can drive on the mainland, you can drive on the island. Anywhere else. I'm sorry. I've experienced driving on the mainland.
It's madness.
It was not cool. People are just crazy. People. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, Lagos
I don't know.
Person, literally.
No, I get that if you're in Lagos, you're a mad person. But I feel like if you're driving on the mainland, I feel like people just don't.
It's a different thing altogether.
It's not the same thing.
It's
people
not
are mad.
Like if you look at commercial vehicles on the mainland and you look at commercial vehicles on the island, the ones on the island they seem to have
sometimes I can sit in the car and be like, wow, what just happened? This guy actually just entered in front of me and didn't care if I hit him or not. Like just.
Remember on one of our last episode we were talking about like relationships. Mm-hmm. We were talking about mainland and island relationships and things like that.
Yes.
Right. I'm just imagine you meet a babe or a guy and that now becomes an issue. No, sorry, I can't come to visit you because your place is unsafe, or I can't come to visit you because your place is too
people separate now.
I mean, like really.
And you separate. I don't want to be. If somebody can open his mouth and tell you, I'm not coming to visit you, the love of my life, because the main
no, you are not yet the love.
Not
He's trying to make you the love. So when he now realizes that the love is from the mainland, no, it cannot be the love.
There's no point. Just separate.
But guys,
if you have anybody like that is giving you that as an excuse.
But then, on a more serious note, a lot of activities are actually tripping in on the side of town, and that is the island.
Yeah.
Okay. You have
new bars, new restaurants.
You have the Bejuleki that is expanding crazily. At a point in time,
free trade zone also on this
very
area
soon.
Well, so
the island would just almost be in extinction. Really, this is just going to be the new Lagos, and I think everybody's looking forward to what this side of town has to offer.
Yeah.
But then again, we can't neglect what the mainland also has to offer.
Yeah, because on the mainland, even when driving around, you see all these like factories and these industries. People who
packed there.
What's it called? Mattresses and
a lot of manufacturing companies are there,
and stuff. Because I feel like on that side of town, there's a lot of this big space for things like that.
Yes.
Whereas here, everybody's choked up. By the time you have open one company, you can't even find parking space. Do you understand? So I genuinely feel like I don't think we should actually neglect the mainland, but then who are we to neglect or not?
Right, just join.
Yeah, just by humble people that came into this earth. God bless us, and we're here.
But
it's something to think about.
Do you know what we should do? I think that when and by God's grace, this whole pandemic will just wave off.
We should go to the amusement park.
we should go. Yeah, we should go to the amusement park. We should go somewhere.
Yeah,
And probably maybe shoot there or something, just to a vlog or do something. Inagwe is somewhere close to Takwa Bay, which is around the islands by the waters. So you have to get
those
like
places are beautiful.
Yeah, but Inagwe is not mainland.
Where is it?
To me, it's on the island.
You say it's close to Takwa Bay, it's somewhere.
Takwa Bay is not a mainland. No.
I know Takwa Bay is not mainland, but you say it's close to.
It's close. I don't know. Guys, I don't know, but we'll find out. Don't do this.
Don't go and buy yourself
on camera. Guys, you know what? This is it. We close today's episode on that note before this girl disgraces me. But please, guys, let us know what you think about today's topic. I know we may not have covered everything you might want to discuss, but please let us just know what you think about, you know, the disparity between living on the mainland and the island. Okay, and then we'll see you on our next episode.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.
Bye.
We genuinely appreciate your love and support, and we hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as we did, and as much as we did have.
You see, this is the island. This is the island syndrome. English. Can you see it? This is it.
Thank you, guys. We love you. See you on the next episode.
See ya.